Hello there folks! Today we'll take a look at the game called Chromosome. It's published by Q Factory of Ideas and the designer is Marcin Danysz. I hope I pronounced it right, but I might be wrong, so sorry in advance, yeah.
So the game is set in a secret laboratory somewhere in Antarctica, where alien forms of microbes are stored. But something goes wrong and they all escape. So now self-destruction is forced and microbes are fighting for dominance and survival. They're going to mutate a lot throughout the game.
Do you want to mutate? Chromosome is played over the course of several rounds depending on the number of players. For example, here's the setup for 2 players, so we play 6 rounds. And each round you will do actions, you can move, you basically will spawn and try to become more powerful here in the laboratory and try to survive. And each player gets to represent one of the alien microbes, and there are 2 more in the box, so basically you can play up to 4 players. And you will acquire new genes and you will use them in order to do actions, and then you have your special actions which correspond to your own alien. So there is the asymmetry to this play as well. And there are some other things like events and resilient tests that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But let's talk about the genes first. In this game you have 4 different genes and you have a total of 8 slots for them. And now there are different genes. Whenever you use them, you will put them on the passive side. And so, for example, the yellow genes are mostly for the actions. As you can see, here are the actions and you have the action costs. The blue is all about energy. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. And the yellow ones means that you need to basically spend yellow genes in order to do the actions. And most actions need these yellow genes or need purple genes, which are telepathy genes. Then we have structure genes, which will help you resist the radiation, and the fighting genes which will help you fight. And these are basically the 4 different genes that you will use throughout the game. As I told you before, you can do various actions on your turn and you can also move. And there's the golden rule. So depending on the number of pipes, which is a sterility level, you can spawn and move different levels of microbes. So basically if this group consists of 2, it's a level 2. If it consists of 3, which is maximum, it's a level 3 group. And the pipes show you, so 2 pipes means only level 2 microbe, or let's say microbe group, population group, can enter this. So you can move like that. Here you can move with level 1, which means, for example, you can also split this group in 2 and move only 1 here. So now you have 2 different groups with level 1. You can do movement before or after the action, and you can do these different actions like, I'll show you here. There is spark, there is growth, impulse, and mutation. I'm not going to go into detail of every of the actions, but basically with spark you can attack your opponent and get his microbes as trophy, which you can use as the points at the end of the game or extra energy. You can also grow by creating more microbes on the board, level 1 microbes, or add to the existing group and increase its level, or spawn, let's say like that. You can spawn discharge level 1 groups, so smaller groups but more of them, but depending on how many action points you will spend on that. Then you can do impulse, which is really important. Most of the action use the energy. So which means that whenever you use the energy, you have to use it from the microbes on the board, and you will basically put them like sort of a face down, which means now they are discharged. And that's how you use the energy, that's how you get the energy from microbes themselves. And in order to charge them, you have to put radiation on the boards. And radiation will charge the microbes of the same level as the radiation level, which is 2, so it can charge up to level 2. If there would be more, like that will be level 4, but level 3 population is the maximum. So it will charge these, but at the end of the whole round there is a 3rd phase where you do a resilience test, and you can get irradiation level raised, which is really bad. Whenever it's over 7, which is this radiation level, you are automatically eliminated from the game. And basically you depends on how many groups you have. The more groups you have around the radiation, the more radioactive it is, the more bad it can do to you. So you will add the level plus the groups, so which is 5 right now. You will roll the die, you will subtract the number from the die, and that's how many, like basically 5 minus 2, and that's how many radiation level will grow, how much will radiation level grow here. So it can be good or bad, and you can do a mutation where you acquire new genes into your board. As I told you, you have a total of 8 slots. You can acquire different genes, and you will spend different costs according to that. And also, every alien has special powers as well. For example, Ferox has powers which correspond a lot to attacking and destructions and such. And the Pars, for example, here he's all about growing really fast and building up and such. So he can basically create charged level 3 groups somewhere on the board with his special action, which the others cannot do. So you're basically gonna do all these actions until maybe one player is eliminated, and then everyone else will do one turn, and then you will end the game. Or whenever all the rounds, with 2 players there are 6 rounds, they will end, then you will count up the points. You will count points for every microbe that is still on the board, which is has basically survived. You'll count points for every trophy that you got from a player. So basically when you attack and you win, you get his microbes as trophy, and you can leave them to the end of the game and get points for them. And also there is a thing called fortune, which basically helps you re-roll the die when attacking, with the resilience test and such. And you can spend it and you can charge it back for really high cost. But basically if you will leave it somewhere here, you can get 2 points for every unspent fortune, which is quite a lot of points. But this one is also really important to use it to re-roll the die, or to use it as a wild gene during the game. So you need to make a really hard decision here. And whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner of the game. And I'll just briefly mention that there are event cards that manipulate the laboratories, they can manipulate the boards, they can manipulate different tokens. You will just pull out one of the event cards at the start of every round, and it will do something bad or good to you. So that's basically it. The components of this game are decent. There's not much to say about them.
Yeah, and there's just not much enough of them. So in this big standard box, there's only components like 20% of the box.
Yeah, everything else is air. So you buy somewhat air, which is not so good for a game. And you have some standard cubes, the die, which is a custom die, which is really cool, but everything else is just a decent quality. And the tiles of the board are a little too small.
They could have been bigger, yes.
Yeah, so you can distinguish the sterility level and the things
just
right there.
And the art there, because in my opinion the art is fantastic. But I know that it's like matter of taste, but I seriously like it a lot. It gives all the theme.
The art is a little bit like it's dark. It's all the dark colors, and it creates the dark feeling in me for the theme as well. So I feel that the theme is dark. On the other hand, it's nothing like a horror or something like that. It's just alien microbes, and it's just, you know. And on the other hand, the theme stands out. Alien microbes trying to survive and escape the laboratory. It's really cool, and you can feel it.
Yes.
You can totally feel how you're trying to survive. Yeah,
that you're struggling, and you don't really care if others are gonna survive, because it's all about yourself, and you need to adapt to the situation. So you are gonna mutate as well. So wow, the theme is definitely amazing. I really like the theme.
I always like to talk about the rule books, and here, I would say the rule book is also decent. It has few flaws. It should be written better. It needs a developer for sure. There are some terms that should be avoided or should be explained even more. You know, there's so much going on in this game, and if you put a term inside and not just a sort of a mechanic or game, if you put thematic term instead of just a simple, understandable term, it can take away from the game and take away from my understanding and from the learning and such. So
Yeah,
there
although
are
we
quite a few
agree
flaws
that
there.
on other hand, if you take away the themed term, thematic one, then it's gonna take away the theme. So
You need to get the balance there.
Yes, it needs balance there.
Yeah, if you want to put inside humor or you want to put inside some extra thematic terms, do it right and do it with extra caution. That's the thing.
So as there's lots of rules, lots of details, the game doesn't have reference sheet, but this game needs the reference sheet badly, and I really mean badly, because throughout the game you're gonna forget constantly which one or another gene did, or how to get to get higher of that
Fortune.
track.
What fortune does basically.
Yes, all
that's the thing.
So much stuff going on.
Yeah.
And you have to constantly double check and recall and ask someone. So you and constantly double checking that takes away fun of the game. So I really do think it was needed badly.
Yeah, but where we can find the fun in the game is the genes mechanic itself. So you are building up your alien microbe, you're basically mutating and such. So, and you get more genes, and they are different for different genes, and they correspond to different, I would say, actions or aspects of your survival, of your growth as well, which I really like. And I think this one makes the game, the core of the game, most interesting. This is the core of the game for me.
Yeah, I agree. So in the beginning of the game, you start with different player powers. So you're all the start is already asymmetrical, but throughout the game you are going to mutate. You're going to add some genes, and there you can decide which path you want to take throughout the game. So this is absolutely unique in the game, and in my opinion it's super thematic as well. So I agree, it's unique and amazing in the game. Although we're not 100% sure that all the player powers are well balanced.
Yeah, there might be. This is the Ferox. So we're talking about the Ferox. He's an attacking. He's aggressive alien, but on the other hand, I think it's just easiest. The easiest strategy is just to attack other players and destroy them. That's the easiest strategy you get in every game. I think the other aliens are cool as well. Their powers are cool, but you need to adapt to them. You need to understand how to use their powers to the max, so you will win the game. But there are some other, one is fast growing, one is mutating all the time, and he can change the genes all the time. So that's extremely interesting.
But for now, yes, this aggressive one has always won. Yeah. But I actually kind of tend to think it's just because
of players. Because of you. Okay. No, there is also, I like the attacking idea here. There is an action called Spark, where you can attack another player. And I like how you look at the distance. What's the distance? You roll the dice. You can re-roll the dice. Somebody else can make you re-roll the dice. You add the power, the level of your group, mutation alien group and such. So there are different, although it needs a little bit of that streamline here as well, I think, in the attacking aspect. But I like the combat mechanic here.
I like that you get the killed microbes as trophies. That's so cool.
And you can use them as energy or as victory points at the end of the game. So it's up to you how you will
treat your killed enemies.
Yes, treat your,
yeah. So there's one more thing that I super duper like is the energy radiation aspect. So there is a balance as well. Radiation is needed for you to charge your microbes. So it is good, right?
Yeah.
But if you are close to high level radiation field, then you might get radiated and it might kill you.
Yes.
So again, super duper thematic and super duper cool. Whereas you have to find that balance.
Yeah, you need to find the balance
it's good,
in your
but
head.
Too much is bad.
Yeah. On the other hand, it's one of the main sources where you can charge your microbes back and get the energy. And energy is crucial in the game. You need energy badly to do most of the coolest actions, and get new genes and such. So there is a lot of that. So
different tiles on the board have different sterility levels, 1, 2, and 3, and it makes it harder for you to move around. So it sets those limitations. once again, I really like its thematic. I usually like the limitations in the game. Wasn't sure if it was needed in this particular though. But
yes, somewhat. I do like this idea. I think the limitation here it's something because the board isn't big enough, for you to just start developing and then grow into something and then start fighting each other. So these limitations will at least hold you off a bit from fighting from the start, which can create a runaway leader and can basically bash one player away from the game, and so it will not be interesting for him. So
there's actually one good thing in the game. You can completely eliminate the player from the game, but the good thing is that game is going to end there.
Yeah.
So, because, come on, if you're aggressive and you're doing well, of course it is fun to kill off the opponent. So why should you take that away? So no, they did not take it away, but just stop the game, which was cool.
So if one player is eliminated, the game will just last for one turn and then the game will end. So, and the killed player can still win the game, but though I think he will not. Yeah.
Really? I had like 0 points.
Yeah, I mean like. Sorry, eliminated player has 0 points on it. Sorry, that's my bad.
I know what I'm talking. I was eliminated, but I still enjoyed it.
So, what I don't care about in this game at all are the event cards. They do add something, but it's usually like sometimes it's bad. It's basically random. It's nothing really special for me. I don't care about the events. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah?
Yeah.
You have the same idea? Yeah?
Yeah, I think I agree.
So,
it could have been like a module or something that you can add.
But that's where I will stand here, that you need to streamline this game. This game needs a developer look here, a good developer look. For example, take away the events, make them into something else. Maybe the cards that the players can play themselves. Look at the powers once more. Look at this attacking aspect and how you can change those things there. Or maybe you can create this fortune thing, which gives you so many different things, and you need to remember that. Okay, reference sheet. Okay, that too. But I mean, like, even the graphic layout, it needs a little bit of streamline, in my opinion. So this game is a bit raw right now for me, a bit raw.
In my opinion, it's not raw, but it's slightly overcomplicated. So yes, I think I agree with the streamlining part. Although on the other hand, I really enjoy all the thematic parts. I really enjoy that, and I don't want anything to be taken away. But still, that overcomplicated so badly ruined my game experience. So it nearly took away all the fun, or like close to that. So it really needs that something. For me, it badly needs reference sheet.
Yeah.
Maybe even that small would already.
But overall, I think this game is, and you will agree with me, is best with more players, because there is more different alien powers struggling with each other, alien micro powers struggling with each other and then attacking each other, and it's an area control game, so more players is better. So overall, I did like the game on one hand, but I felt like it's too raw or too overcomplicated, as you said, which takes away the fun from me. It overstays its welcome at some point, and I just don't care what others do. In the last game, I was just whatever, and it's sad because the theme is cool, but this game needs another developer look for me. So
I am really conflicted here. I really am, because I actually loved this game a lot. I loved this game more than I expected. But again, overcomplicated and lack of reference sheet, constantly double checking stuff took away the fun, at least the major part of the fun. So I think I'm still gonna rather stick to the love part, because once you get over that, and if you play more times, then it's rather a good game, rather more fun game than not, let's say. But yeah, still conflicted.
Yeah, so that's what we think about the Chromosome.